My name's Adan Nilson. I'm a senior here at cu-boulder. I study photography. Prior to my time here at Boulder, I've been a civilian firefighter for more than 10 years and was also a member of the National Guard. And in 2010, I deployed to Afghanistan and served as an infantry advisor to the Afghan National Army with a small unit of other Americans. After my time there, I came back stateside and I picked up a couple injuries that made me unable to continue to serve as a firefighter. So I left the fire service, packed everything up, and moved to Boulder, pretty much sight unseen, to pursue my passion of photography. I love CU, I love Boulder. It's been a really great transition for me, although it hasn't been an easy one. For many combat veterans, returning to civilian life is a very difficult experience, and I think that's true for a lot of us. Once you experience combat, it changes a lot of things about you, even though at the time you don't really realize that you've changed, but it becomes quite apparent when you return home. And you start noticing things you've never noticed before, and you're quite alert all the time, maybe trouble sleeping. There's a whole wide range of issues that people experience, and a lot of it has been miscommunicated or blown out of proportion by the media. But one thing that has been difficult is returning back to the academic environment. It's hard enough being in your 30s and being back in a university environment, but then when you throw in the experience of combat and just how it's changed you, it kind of makes you feel isolated a lot. And the great thing about this university is that there's a phenomenal Office of Veteran Services. It's run by veterans, and they help with everything from processing the GI Bill to answering any questions about returning to university life, finding housing, where to go, where to stay. And it also gives other veteran students a place just to kind of hang out and be with people who understand what they've been through. And it's kind of like we all have that brotherhood still, and so it's a very relaxing place to be, just to kind of unwind. And one of the things I like to do here at CU, since I'm a photography student, obviously I do a lot of photography, and a big part of my work is the subject matter of dealing with this transition from war to civilian life. It's quite an abrupt change. And I've been fortunate to share my artwork with fellow students, and what I've discovered is that it serves a nice bridge from the civilian world to the military world, and helps develop a level of understanding that I think otherwise they wouldn't receive. About 1% I've read the U.S. population serves in the military, and of that 1%, about 0.45% I've read have actually experienced combat. So we're quite a minority, and a lot of people don't really know anything about us and what we're like, and they have these misconceptions from Hollywood and the media. So I like to try to use my art to kind of break through that barrier and show who we really are and what we've been through, and what we can contribute to society and to the university here. I've been fortunate. I've been invited by some professors in the past to teach a class on Afghanistan. I'm getting ready to speak to another class on war and society, just about the transition, and using my artwork to help explain that. I've discovered that there are a lot of things I don't like to talk about, and I think that's common with combat veterans. And some things I'm more open to than others, and depending on the audience as well. If I find someone who's really interested in knowing what I went through and whatnot, I'm more apt to speak to them. Other people, through either ignorance or just no fault of their own, they approach it in a completely wrong manner. I know a common experience among vets is people coming up to us, would you kill anybody? And it's a very impersonal question to ask, and one that you should never be asked of a veteran, particularly a combat veteran. I mean, I served in the infantry. You can draw your own conclusions. I don't really need to speak about it, and it's not what I want to speak about. There's many facets to war. It's terrifying. It can be exciting at times as well, and you build a brotherhood with your teammates, and it changes you from the inside out. And some ways for the better, some ways not so much. But I'm very proud of the service that I did, and I would do it again if I could. And I still believe in it, and I try to translate that message as well. And so basically, I found that the art, I can take photos of things I don't like to speak about, and symbols and whatnot, to try to just bridge that big divide between civilians and military personnel. And I think it's been effective, and I enjoy reaching out and trying to make a difference in my own small way.